sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here we come. 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 It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Ta-da! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Here we are. Let's worship Krishna.
OGEbeats.com.
Radha and Krishna will make it all right. He'll all. Do your magic there, Radha. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, to save my voice. It's a little bit too much singing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Turn your mics on. We'll chant. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't hear you anymore, Guru Maharaj. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, 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 Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hari, Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hari, 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 Krishna, Hari,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hari,
Hare
Hari, Hari, Rama, Hari, Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari,
Rama
Krishna, Hari,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari, Hari,
Hare
Rama, Hari,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hari, Hari, Hari,
Rama
Krishna, Hari,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hari, 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 Rama, Hari,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hari, 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 Krishna, Hari, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari,
Hare
Krishna, Hari, Hari,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hari, 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 Krishna, Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama, 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 Hari, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hari, 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 Rama, Hari,
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hari, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hari, Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Krishna, Hari, Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Rama, Hari, Rama, 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 Hari, Krishna, Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Rama Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari, Rama, Hari, 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 Krishna, Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Hari, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hari, Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hari, 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 Krishna, Hari, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari,
Krishna
Hari,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hari, Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Krishna Hare
Hari,
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hari,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hari, Hari, Krishna, Hari,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari, Krishna, Hari, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Hari, 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 Rama, Hari, Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Jaya, Jaya, Sri Chaitanya, Jaya, Nityananda, Jaya, Jaya, Advaita Chandra, Jaya, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Yeah, a little bit tired here, but let's see. Let's read a little bit here. Let's see where this reading goes here. So, chapter 9 of the Adi Lila, continuing on, verse number 3. Go ahead there. You read there, Lalita. Oh, music, yes. Let's see, what is this? Let's see, only HD Srila Gohari Das Chari can solve your problems. Let's see, Srila Swami will administer the bullshit vaccine to protect us all. Yeah. Is everybody happy? Yeah. Yeah, you know, one thing I want to say is transformation. That's what it's all about here. Transformation. Where everybody's getting transformed according to their abilities and levels and everything. This is very deep. What's going on here? It's not surprising why they have ISKCON and all these different sanghas, and mostly are neophytes. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I noticed. Everything's so superficial to me. And this is really deep. And so people coming here, you're coming out of that usually. So, and some people here, you get the raise and you think your depth of bhakti may be as deep as some of the devotees' bhakti is really deep. They went through a lot of deep transformations here. But not everybody's at that stage. And it's sometimes you may think that you are, and because you're getting some raise and you think, but it always show up because the shakeout comes, the shake up and the shake out, shaking out all of this stuff so that the bhakti can go deep. See, and so like I noticed some symptoms in people, they think they've got more bhakti than they have, but they just getting raised. And it shows up, it's like there's the real bhakti creeper, the real devotional creeper with the real devotional feeling, pure feeling. And there's the pure realization that comes from it. I mean, this is deep stuff here, man, it really is. And then people getting raised and they got some material feeling and they're thinking, oh yeah, I got it also. See, this is the sahaja level. So you go through a sahaja level here and you think, yeah, I also, I'm getting all these realizations. I listen to the realization thing. That's mixed in because it's you still got the imitative creeper, imitates the real creeper. You got it deeper, you get more shake up and shake out. See, not misunderstanding your position. I mean, otherwise you'll think that you're a pure devotee. This happens. This happened to the gurus. They were close to Prabhupada. They're getting the raise. I heard this when people that were around, they're getting the raise of Srila Prabhupada. They thought they were pure devotees. We know Prabhupada. We know what he's talking about. We know what all this stuff is. But they found out after he left, it just started to diminish. They weren't at that same level. See? So there's a lot of this stuff going on here. This is a deepening experience here. So a lot of people, devotees, you're just going to have to stick it out and get really, really clear what you are, what level you are, and what you do and don't have. So some devotees are very deep in this bhakti here. And it's just a fact, and you can't imitate that. And it shows in their actions, in their activities, in their realizations, like in Guru Tattva, and how they're not going anywhere. See, if you don't have that level, then you'll see it'll show in your actions. You're ready to bolt, go here, go there. Like I heard one devotee say, I'm not going to mention names, but this is a very good teaching. They said, well, I only have faith in you and me and Prabhupada. Oh, how convenient. You only have faith in me. And usually those persons, they have more interaction with some disciples here that are very advanced, and it pulls out the bullshit meter, the stuff comes out there. And they're with me, they don't say nothing. And they have faith in me. Oh yeah, it's easy to have faith in Prabhupada. He's dead. He's not dead, but where is he? Well, he's in his books. Yeah, you're spending out. And it's easier to have faith in me if you're not interacting with me. But my disciples, say like Lalita or Govinda or Johan, who are very deep into this, will pull out all this stuff. You think, and you may think you're more advanced than you think. And then you're ready to go, and that shows in your activities. That's humbling. It should be humbling. Yeah. Or, so it shows in how you are with the devotees and your activities and all that. So I look at symptoms and say, okay, Lalita, is her bhakti? Let's see what her bhakti is. And, it shows in her revelation and realization and dealings and her perception. Govinda also, it just shows, look what they're relishing and what are they understanding and all of that. See, it's all part of it. So all I can say is just stick it out and it'll all, you get the rays and that's helping. And that's proof that you really want Krishna. Don't tell me you want Krishna. I mean, like Peter said, I'll never leave you, Jesus. And Jesus says, yes, you will. But you'll recover because you had enough association. So get enough association here. Because when that time comes and you say, I'll never leave you, and then you go, you've had enough that you recover and come back. Or you never leave. You just go deep, 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 and then you don't have to. So either one, you want to get as much association so that you recover. See, and otherwise, some people don't recover for lifetimes. The people here are still gone that it left, didn't get enough. See, so your life depends on it. This is real life. Your life, this is life. I mean, this is why Lalita would never leave this son. Govinda would never leave this because this is their life. They're advanced devotees. You gotta just. If you say, I only believe in me, what, you don't believe in the bhakti they have? They may not be perfect. Govinda may not perfect. He may, do this. I ain't even perfect. But you know what? Govinda and Lalita and Johan and others, you can tell the ones who have it are the Lord is in them. So whatever happens, if you have problems with it, okay, well, look, there's problems, usually if you get triggered and all this stuff, that, this is, it's not about not getting triggered. No, that trigger is showing a weakness. This is so, you're in a ring, you're fighting Maya. Maya's looking at all your little weaknesses here. Not that all you have to do is acknowledge. You say, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I got this. Okay, yeah. I was thinking I was an advanced devotee and more advanced than this person or as advanced. That's where the problem is, not knowing your position and keeping at a distance, So all of this is experience. So just hang in there. All I can say is hang in there. Do your best, man. Jesus saw the same. People came, they had 52 disciples at first, and some got shaken out because they lost faith in his word. If you lose faith in it's just like there's no difference between Krishna and Arjuna's relationship and my relationship with my disciples. It's the same. Krishna has empowered this. Krishna has authorized this. He is actually active here. So could you imagine if Arjuna said, after all those speeches and discussions and Sadhu Sangha program, discussions they had, programs, you could say, and he thought, well, I don't have faith in you, Krishna. I don't have faith in your words and your conceptions. Okay, well, he wouldn't get the life that Krishna could give. And the same thing with Jesus. What if those early disciples said, well, Jesus, I don't know. We don't believe in what you said, actually. We don't believe in your life. The words of Christ, Jesus Christ, were his revelations. And that was his life. The revelations of the scriptures of these devotees that he could understand was his life. That's how it is for people. Their life is the truth. It set them free. That's why they preach the same thing. Don't I preach the truth will set you free? I share my life with my friends and my disciples. If you give that up, okay, well, then, there's a lot of weeds out there. I consider weeds. Go ahead. See if there's any real life in those weeds until you figure it out, how rare what we have is here. I checked out a lot of things myself. I mean, do what you got to do, whatever your destiny is, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Lalita will do her with you. Govinda, we like this. Birds of a feather flock together. It's like I told you, those those really good looking guys and gals, they were together in their group, and they were, unless you had a beautiful body, you weren't intimate in there. You couldn't get in there. Well, it's kind of like that here, man. That's the thing. You might be an outsider even while you're here with your body. We know who it is. The ones who have the beautiful spiritual bodies developing. It's just a fact. The ecstatic ones know who's really and who's maybe imitating a little bit, or they get a sense there's something not quite. Hey, man, I don't know if your body is as, it's like a transcendental click. And part of the thing, I mean, it's just like when I saw it, I thought that's exactly, because I was asking Krishna about this. Why is this going on in our little group here? We got some outside, and they're thinking they're insiders, and they're not quite there, and they're getting, why are they, they just, like Lilita was saying, certain people where their chanting was bothering them. Okay, what is going on here? And it's what it is. Some spiritual bodies here are developed, more, and they like to be together, and this is, and some are a little bit more, not developed so much. And it's like, okay, you're a little bit, on the periphery. Hey, man, I can't help it, man. We're all built like that. If you see it in the material world, that's the way it is in the spiritual world with the spiritual bodies. What do you think Vrindavan is? It's a clique. You can't just go, even Lord Shiva tried, you would think, well, everybody should. I mean, Shiva went to Vrindavan. He should be accepted. And they said, who is this person here? He even he imitates, like these gurus. They come and they take a spiritual master body representing Vrindavan, right? Well, Shiva did that. He took on a gopi body, but they sensed something. So this guy's not part of the family. And they started slapping him. Dude, who is this guy coming into? We don't know him. He's not part of it. But the slaps. See, that's how he got his body. He got slapped by the gopis. It's all mercy, man. You get slapped here, even by we got some advanced devotees. You get slapped around a little bit. Hey, man, that's great mercy for you. You may not like it. You didn't say you have to like anything here. Just get slapped, man. Just go through it, man. This is a hazing thing, so you can get into the club. You got to get clubbed to get into the club sometimes. What do you think, Govinda? You look like you're realizing a couple of things here, man.
This is the best I've felt all day, just coming into the live classes. I'm just relishing hearing you in the pastime. Your voice is very powerful, Maharaj. Your chant is very powerful. That's the giving of the mantra that the Guru gives. It's beautiful. It's so sweet. And powerful. It's really powerful. I could be feeling all right throughout the day, but when I listen to you, it just goes up and a level after level after level. So, just to listen to the spiritual master with appreciation, it's an easy thing for me. If I get a little bit, which I don't really, because if I did, well, I don't anyway. But I know the darkness of what it's like out there. So I've never really wanted to go away, wander away from here. You give us so much. You just give us so much on every level, spiritually and in every way. Materially, you've done also do. It's nothing like it, Guru Maharaj. I can't think why anyone would go away, because there's nothing out there I've seen like this. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's faith is in, if you got a bona fide guru, that's the way it is. The Lord protects you. You feel it. You experience that. That's the example. That's a pretty. See, those who go in the door become the shepherd of the sheep, because you get the personal realization experience. You're not being cheated. See, the world is being cheated. You're cheated all the way up through religion. But anybody who says they're guru can't give the kind of protection that you have or Lalita has. See, you're being cheated on some level. If you got the real deal and you got the transcendental protection of Krishna because you came in the door and you're listening to Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya's authorized representative, then that's its style. You're going to have transcendental protection. You're going to have the protection that that guru has. See, that was my beef with all these other people preaching. Okay, where's the protection? I see what the rules, regulations, ceremony. That's religion, man. What is this? You're saying you're Raganuga, but no. Where's the transcendental protection? Where's the ecstasy? You know, hey man, you became a sincere disciple of Nityananda. You were from the lowest, like Minikaitam Ramdas, came from the lowest platform to the highest. He was realizing he had ecstasy. You know, all because of faith in the bona fide representative that actually represented the transcendental potency. That's the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way it is here.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
That's all you want, man. I ain't gonna preach the truth. Look at our Amy Rose.
Amy Rose, buddy.
You see her answer is it's perfect tattva, man. Oh, I love that Amy and that Fanny. They're two. If I say I really love that Amy, I love that Fanny too, because they're like two souls, you know, two twin souls.
Yeah.
Really, they're my sweethearts, you know, sweetheart. Yeah. What do you got to say, Lynn?
It's a club. It's the Amy Fanny Club. The sweeties.
Am I being too mean today? Too harsh?
Oh, sorry. No.
No, it's me.
Did you hear what I say? Or
No. Go ahead. Say it again.
Okay. I said it's a club. The Amy Fanny Club. Janine came in as well, so yeah. It's a club of the sweeties. The sweet innocents.
And then there's Janaki too, you know.
Yeah. But that's a strong, tree. Of course.
She's the keeper of the books, man. You know, her and her husband kept the books, man. That's why we have Prabhupada's original books. You know, this is the thing. They're like the friggin' government, this ISKCON, man. They're like the government. You know what the government is? They waste your money. And they did the same thing they spent millions of dollars to fight the original book. Can you imagine Janaki and her husband, they had to, you know, spend like over $1 million to have a court case to keep the original books original. And the ISKCON were fighting again, just like the friggin' government, man. Unbelievable, man. And you guys are taking, you Vites out there are going to find out that there's your shelter, just like the government. They waste your money that you collected, and I collected too. I was out there. I was like you guys. You know, all on fighting Prabhupada's original books. And that's your leaders, man. That's your authorities. Are you kidding? Oh, yeah. Let you have a good lesson out there. You know, that you'll get a good thrashing. People fighting like that. You know, her and her husband fighting to keep Prabhupada's original books. And they spend over $1 million of all these brahmacharis collecting money. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's called religion, man. When you get tired of that, okay, hopefully something like this is available in some lifetime. Right now, it's here. How can you say that Srila Prabhupada is dead, but came to you in a dream in 96 before he passed? Prabhupada is dead. Didn't I? Remember I said, well, he's dead, but actually he's alive. I just said that. You can go over my video. How come you didn't listen? You just heard that, and then you didn't hear the, the other part. I
Hearing
even
what they
remember.
want to hear, but not hearing what has been
Yeah,
said. Always the same problem.
yeah, yeah. No, okay, this is what you need to hear, Shamaguru. You might as well hear it. See, you've been taking a little distance from me, interacting with my disciples and getting bummed out. So I'll just tell you directly here is, okay, see, the thing is, this was about you, actually, and anybody like you. It's easy, and a lot of people are like that, actually. A lot of the devotees in ISKCON. You don't know Srila Prabhupada very well. He does. The ISKCON does not know. Those devotees don't know Srila Prabhupada. So it's easy to say, oh yeah, Srila Prabhupada, yeah, I have faith in him. You don't know him very well. See, because he kept people at a distance. He had to, because he couldn't tell you things. Your false ego couldn't take it. So you're at a distance already. That's why here's the rules. Yeah, build the temples. He's not telling you intimate things like I'm telling you. See, so it's easy to say, yeah, Prabhupada. And then with me, you keep me at a bit of a distance, but yet you interact with the advanced devotees like Lalita. And you think, well, I don't have faith in them. Why wouldn't you have faith? It's just triggering you, and your stuff is coming up. You just don't want to look at it because you're used to superficial worship, like in ISKCON. Hey man, this is fire. This is called baptism by fire, Shamaguri. You're just going to have to grow up, man. So now you get it from me directly. This is baptism. Hey man, doesn't mean that Lalita's always right. She's perfect and all that. But if you get triggered by her because she's saying something, then you need to take that into account. Like, oh, I got triggered. You got to learn to process and see that it's not all her. Or somebody asks a question in your class and you go, and you snap at them. You got to see it's not them. There's something inside you that's deficient. Maybe you're not as advanced as Lalita or somebody else. You can't answer their questions. Or you got to go deeper than the superficial. Otherwise, you'll pass and back into that. I'm just trying to help you. I mean, there's a lot of people who've done that. They come from ISKCON. That's Meena did that. She couldn't go through the deeper purification. She wanted to go back. No, it's easier to go back. It's comfortable, right? You go back. It's rules, regulations, structure. I don't have to deal with the deeper envies and jealousies and all kinds of nasty things inside. My ex-wife, same thing. Mahavir, same thing. It's easier to just go back to the rules, regulations, the fastings, and all that. It's not really easier. This is the fast way. You just burn it. Just burns up by being in this association. I never mentioned that I think I am more advanced than others. In our Sangha, that is an interpretation. Maybe few devotees in our Sangha family. Well, okay, the thing is, okay, but how do you act? The thing is, everybody, you need to ask, am I acting more advanced? Am I acting as advanced even? Do I think I'm as advanced? Or do you think, can you make distinctions that this is an advanced devotee and this is a lesson? I mean, you need to make those distinctions. Otherwise, you don't know your own position. So that's part of growing up here too, Shamaguri, and everybody. You got to see, well, this is a more advanced devotee. Then let me take their association. Let me get help from them. Wow, look, because if I think I'm as advanced and I'm not really, then there's going to be some problems because I know how this works too, because it works even with me. I have people that come here sometimes even, and they think they're on an ecstatic level like me, the same level, or even more, or say equal. Say they think, well, I'm also ecstatic. But they're really not. They got maybe at best raise. And then they come to me, hey, I don't really want to be your disciple, but I like your energy. I like the energy here. I don't want to be submissive. I want to be equal. And I look at that and I say, oh, this person's contaminated. This person thinks they're advanced, but they're really not. You can do that in our Sangha. There might be somebody more advanced, and there is. There's some devotees of different things. So you got to grow up, everybody. You have to grow up. And the first part of growing up is you got to see your position. That's called Majjhima. When love of God really awakens, you start to go into the Majjhima platform, where you could see, oh, I'm my position. But up into that point, the neophytes generally think they're the same. It's all the same, you know. So anyway, all I can say is stay in the fire as much as you can, because that's going to always, if you do leave, it'll bring you back to go and complete and finish this once and for all, and make it to the point of real bhakti lata bij, where you're in the effective stage and you're worshiping Krishna in intimacy and ecstasy, and he's protecting you fully. Okay? But anytime you're thinking, I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here, you got to look at that. That's not the way devotees, advanced devotees are. That means you're still working on steadiness. Okay? Let's see. He reasons ill who tells Vaishnavas die. So why are you mentioning these? Why are we back into this death thing of Prabhupada? What, you think me, who chants the holy name like this, thinks Krishna's dead? Prabhupada's dead? Are you idiots there, Madhusudan? Or anybody thinking like that? Are you kidding? How can I chant like this, thinking Krishna's dead? Because he was here on the planet and he left. Why can I chant his name, or Lord Caitanya, or Nityananda, or Prabhupada, or even Jesus Christ in ecstasy, if I reason ill? Sorry about the yelling. Oh, TikTok. Sorry. Over your pay grade. Sorry about that.
Don't make the TikTokers afraid.
Unbelievable, man. I think I'm Prabhupada's dead. Of course. Yeah. He's dead to people. You Rhythmics, Prabhupada's dead for you. You think he's alive, but the life is conclusive understanding of the essence of Prabhupada. Prabhupada was a lover of Krishna. He had love of Krishna. If you don't have love of Krishna, how can you say you understand him? Anybody. These Rhythmics think they know Prabhupada. They have no ecstatic love of Krishna. How can you know a brother that has ecstatic love of Krishna? Unless you have real ecstatic love of Krishna. How can any of these gurus say they know Prabhupada, Narayan Raj included, if they don't know a brother who has ecstatic love of Krishna? That's what I found in those. They don't know. Prabhupada said, you want to know where a person who knows Krishna? Go up in outer space and see a log floating up there in infinity. That's how rare it is. And that's how rare I found it personally, being part of the Radhakund Babaji. Oh, great show now. Radhakund Babajis and the Narayan Rajas and the Iskons. None of them I found no Krishna like Prabhupada knew, even though he was passed on when I got my contact there. I could see the symptoms. I always could see the symptoms. They're rare. What's going on here is rare. That's why you don't see thousands of devotees here. They don't know Prabhupada. They don't know Bhaktisiddhanta. They don't know Rupa Goswami. They think they're mouses. All their speculation. Groups like Radhanath. This is a pure devotee. They're always going around like that. They got no ecstatic devotion, no tears, no laughter, no spiritual potency. Can't deliver anybody. Can't deliver anything but pizza. I thought I was tired. What happened?
It's great. I was feeling tired too. Now I don't feel tired. Thank you. That's great. That's great. I'm not tired now.
Maybe I was just feeling repressed or something, you know. I need to get it expressed. Yeah. Daphne says, the gurus are still only hoping, not good enough for me. Yeah. Let's see what we have. Let's look at the fallout here. Applying to Janaki, Dustin Forrest. Respect the very and try very much. May that team forever be strong. Gohari, you are being harsh. Are you now breaking all the pots? Yeah, that's right. I'm breaking all the pots in the house. Only certain devotees will appreciate that. Only crazy devotees like Govinda will appreciate that. And Lalita maybe, I don't know.
Andromeda says it's Srima. I said, no, this is Chaitanya. This is...
Yeah. You offer the 30-day guaranteed pizza prasadam. Yeah, right. You stay 30 days, I'll buy you a pizza. I have it delivered by Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah, you can't chant the holy name and not believe in Prabhupada. Are you kidding? His words are alive. They're my life, man. They're life. And you can't say that unless you're an ecstatic devotee. Or you could say you get some rays or something from the thing. You get, you speculate, it energizes speculation, but you don't really know them until real love awakens. It's all about devotion, loving devotional service. Yeah, so I mean, if you think coming out of ISKCON association that you know the depths of the Vaishnavas, that's naive. Yeah. So what does Shamaguri say? Let's see what she says. Then why do you wonder when I say I have faith in you only? Well, okay, that's a good question. All right, so this is, all right. You say you have faith in me only, you have faith in Prabhupada. But you don't, see, what's in me is also in Lalita. What's in me is also in Govinda. They're my disciples and intimate friends. This is like, we're like these, this spiritual body group. We got we have our Lord inside living in us. The Lord is followed his promise, right? Oh, you have love for me. You can sell my transcendental body to who? You can sell them out. Well, Lalita and Govinda are sold on it. Yeah, they're sold. Yeah, I believe. We believe. Yeah. We'll take it. They're smart cookies. They're intelligent. Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, I want that body, man. I want that Lord, man. See? So they got him. Yeah. So when you say you don't have faith in your interactions with them, there's going to be, as I say, it might not be perfect or whatever, but still it's going to draw stuff out of you because that same Lord that's in me is in them. And vice versa. It'll get stronger in you, but there's still you're still a little bit on the periphery. Like Tom is also. I'm just going to name some names now. See, Tom thinks he might be more advanced than he is because he got some rays. You see, but still, I look at the realization. I was analyzed. He was sharing things and see. There's a thing when your feelings are still materially tinged. See, they're still not transformed into the pure feeling for Krishna, and it's mixed in with stuff. See, this is part of the teaching, of Bhakti Lata Beach. Then your realizations will not be clear and clean. See, and then you might think, you're the same as other devotees and all that, same level. But anyway, it's a process. You just got to stay in it. I mean, Lalita was going through stuff also. I saw, over the years, and more, and by, she's just very, she didn't lose faith in Guru and Krishna. She just stuck it out. We had to go through stuff, but it works. The process works. It'll work for all of you. Work for you, Shamagura. You just got to stick it out. Tom also, you'll come to the end. I mean, but we all got to stick it out. Let's see what else we got here. I never said that I know that the real truth is Srila Prabhupada. I never said that I know that the real truth is in Srila Prabhupada's books. I don't know what you mean by that. The real truth is in Srila Prabhupada's books. But ascertaining it is another thing. That's why you usually need to hear. Yeah. Anyway, Shamaguri and everybody else, all I can do is you just say you got to stick it out, and gradually. If you're suffering a little bit in this Sangha, that's a key sign that you're getting purified. That's all. There should be no suffering being here with friends. I mean, Govinda, are you suffering here? No. How about you, Lolita? Are you suffering?
Of course not.
Yeah. But if there is suffering there, that's going to turn into more and more bliss. You're going to get more and more deep, more and more purified, to where you'll be here. It won't be a bunch of actions and reactions because of our past conditionings. That's all because of our past conditionings, and you're suffering, or you get not clear, and you have problems with, it's just a neophyte condition. And the more you get through it, Freddie is here. Okay. There he is. Yes. What do you think, Freddie? What's your understanding here? Get on the soapbox here. Where's your dunda, your celery stick? You should always come with a celery stick.
Your preaching is as conclusive as my celery stick.
Am I doing okay? Am I speculating or anything?
No, you're not speculating. I saw the fire is burning now, and I think now I have to step in to get some purification.
Danielle's back says we look alike. Oh, really? Okay, well, great. TikToker. Yeah. So give us a word there. What do you think of what I'm saying? How's it impact on you? We're discussing here.
Well, we heard Guru Tattva so many times over and over again, and it seems that some just don't get it, just don't understand. They just like to look here and they look there, and some think, well, it's all the same, it will all lead to Krishna. But it's not like that. What Lord Caitanya gave is very, very exclusive. And you only can get it through devotees of Lord Caitanya who are in that ecstatic rasic mood. They have it. They have the Radha Krishna vibe. And if you hear from them, then you will get it also. But of course, the purification is here, and the false ego is very stubborn, and yeah, we like to have our own ideas, and we think it's like this, and I think it's like that, and then you get slammed, bam, it's not like this, and then you have to stick it out, and then you have to take a little more distance maybe, and then you have to say to your false ego, yeah, maybe I was wrong.
I noticed Tom may be taking a break because I don't see him around. Unless he's in the bleachers somewhere looking at a distance.
Maybe he met a nice lady, I don't know, or a nice therapist, who knows?
So Mary Sachi is trying to smooth things over. Let's see. A misunderstanding. Shamagori was saying, I never said that. Then she was saying something else about, oh, I see. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. Oh, I see. It was something else. Oh, chats. Yeah. Anyway, it's all false ego. Gets slapped around sometimes, this or is this misconceptions. Yeah. All right. So what we're reading something here. Why don't you continue reading there?
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9.
Was it Bhagavad Gita we were reading, or?
Oh, no, sorry. Adilila.
Yeah. So, do you have that book there, Freddie? You got that book? Oh, you're muted.
I can go on my other device on Vedabase.
Yeah, go ahead. And I'll read a verse until you get ready. Tell me when you're ready. So this is verse number, Verse number, Lord, number 6. I take shelter of that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. And the way we do that, the way we actually do that is the conception. How else are we going to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya? You got to take shelter of the conception of Lord Chaitanya, his real teachings. He's the spiritual master of the universe. What does that mean? He's a spiritual master. He has the right understanding. But how do you get that understanding? Oh, I'll just read it myself and speculate that Lord Chaitanya meant I'm supposed to be a Rhythmic. Oh, I see. I read Chaitanya Charitamrita and I speculate that I'm supposed to be guru because somebody's got to save the movement and I'm a savior because I was voted in. See, is that the real Lord Chaitanya? How do you taking shelter of the real Lord? Is that solid shelter? Are you giving solid shelter to people, or do you give solid shelter to people by giving them the real conception of Lord Chaitanya? See, the clear, conclusive understanding of who Lord Chaitanya is, what his real philosophy of truth is. See? See? Hey, ecstasy is not important. Oh, what? Ecstatically worshiping the Lord is not of prime importance in the ISKCON movement? That's the real shelter. Those persons who are intimately and ecstatically worshiping Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya and the Parampara and the devotees don't ascertain the right conclusions to preach to others and be a real guru like that? What? Will you tell me some other conception of the shelter of Lord Chaitanya? That conception is the shelter. Man, that'll keep you on the beam. That'll keep you protected. And all this other bullshit will deviate you from the truth. Yeah, all this other rhythmic stuff. Oh, yeah, I can listen. Yeah, Prabhupada's the guru, but listen to my speculation. No, you're the guru of speculation, you rhythmic liar. You living dead guru. You're what shelter are you giving? You're dead. You're not awakened, man. You have no ecstatic love of God. What kind of strong shelter can you give? See, it's the real conception of the Lord. See, intimacy and ecstasy, okay? And conclusiveness, and prove it that you're conclusive. That's because you come here, Freddie. You gave me inspiration, encouragement. See him jump back 5 feet, man. He went, boom! Hey, man, like Father likes that. If you're not a lion in your preaching, what kind of representative of Lord Caitanya, the original lion, are you? What kind of are you? What's it? Why was Bhaktisiddhanta called lion like guru, man? Now we got a bunch of mice here. Devotees always. Prabhupada was always humble, always like a mouse like me. You know, so I got no energy. Here, shake my hand. Oh, a lot of energy in mine. I'm afraid, man. You know, I need my props. I need a nice dhoti, man. It needs to be pressed. It needs to be silk. It needs to be, I have to have a gold watch and a Rolex. And what else do I need to preach to show that I'm Guru Dave? What other props do you need to be Guru Dave? What's going to prop you up in this world of Maya? Huh? Maya's propping you up, giving you all these things. Oh, yeah, just worship the illusion, man. Just worship the lie. Just lie to people, speculate and all that, and I'll make you Guru Dave. Oh, of course, you won't be able to deliver anybody, but they'll think you do, and you'll think you do too. And you'll be a blind leader, and you'll have blind followers. Isn't that great? Isn't that hunky-dory? And we'll give you a nice bag of money. We'll give you buildings and everything. Well, delivering people? No. That's only Lord Chaitanya's grace place where they do that. And most people are not interested in deliverance. No, they like the big show that doesn't work. They like all the big ceremonies out there. No, don't go to the greatest show on earth, man, because they only got 11 people watching here. One person on TikTok. Yeah, these guys get thousands of views because they're in Maya, man. One guy has a mask on, looks like a friggin' demon, and people are going there, and one guy's imitating a movie star, and they like getting likes and all that stuff. Well, you guys, this is only for jewels. People, jewel-like hearts. You're fascinated by the Maya, the illusory potency. Following these guys masked up like demons and think, oh yeah, there's changing world. Oh, you like people who can chant the holy name without any ecstasy. Oh yeah, that's your Guru Dave. Oh, they can do a lot for you. Oh yeah. Our fault is we show the truth. We show you what ecstatic worship is, and we give you real truth that you can check in the book. Oh, we don't want that, do we? No, we like lies, and we like to be cheated. We're the cheaters and the cheated. We're with that club. And that is the club, man. You'll be clubbed. We don't want the clubbing that goes here. We just club the lie, club the speculation, right? Yeah. We just club everything that's not truth until we break open the walnut and get the walnut, the meat part. How do I just have one watcher and it has 173 likes? Something's off with the counter on this TikTok thing. Oh, River's here. She says, fantastic, Maharaj Jai. David, it's like a big Italian family here today. The screaming and arguing is their way of it. Exactly. It's like think of it like a big Italian family. I know that's the way it is. I'm also Italian. My body's from Italy. Well, I was born here, but I remember the Italian. We were always arguing. We were always arguing and yelling and screaming and all that, but we stayed family. So think of it like that. Back to Tom, there he is. I have trouble with too much information. Oh my God, I like this story. See, at least Fanny likes my preaching. She gives me my apple every day. See, that's how I know that Krishna likes this. If Fanny says she likes my preaching, that's Krishna liking the preaching. See? If somebody else says it, well, I have to see. We have to see what their symptoms are. Do they have the ecstatic bhakti? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else? Oh, I was reading. Okay. Lord Caitanya, I'm going to read a little bit. I don't know why. Lord Caitanya thought my name is no. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's it, man. The essence. You come here, you get the real conception, and you'll feel it, man. You'll feel the shelter. If you believe, if you gave 30, 60 days and give me a chance to convince you and stick your nose in the book and rub it a little bit back and forth, like I did with what's that guy, the celery man here. Rub it in there and says, oh, okay, yeah, you see, you get the shelter. That's why I take shelter, man. You know, I love the shelter. It's fantastic, man. It's all, everything is in the shelter of the real conception. It'll take you right out of the Vaidhi level, and you'll feel ecstatic emotion and devotion. And then you'll just love when Lalita chastises you. You know, I've been waiting for her to chastise me. You know, that'll be my high point, and that'll be my test. I see how I take it.
I don't think I ever chastised a devotee. I never did.
I have to wait for my test. You know, we'll see. That may come. You never know. I have trouble with too much tattva and too much shelter. That's okay. You might have to kind of, you know, like when you get overloaded, you just got to respect that and just stay a little, you know, process it. It's like digesting. You can't eat too much food. This is food, man. This is, eat your fill. Okay. Okay. Who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna. See, he was the tree. He was demonstrating it. The devotee here, he was acting as a devotee. He was acting like an empowered tree, although he was the tree. I mean, he was Radha and Krishna combined. But he acted as a devotee, and a devotee who is in love of God, they're the empowered version of Lord Caitanya. They're the tree for you. You know, they're the storehouse. All glories to Madhavinda Puri, coming up here in the verse. All glories to Madhavinda. It's a spoiler alert, spoiler alert. All glories to Madhavinda Puri. The storehouse of ecstatic love. That's real guru, man. You don't got a guru like that who's a storehouse who can show you that they're a storehouse for God's sake, especially yours. Where the God in you that's dormant and sitting there waiting. Man, when is this guy going to wake up? When are they going to listen to my real empowered devotee, for God's sake? Why, you know, I'm staying bored listening to all these piano players and all these guys, man. These PhDs. See, the storehouse, the storehouse of love of God. Where is that? That's Guru Dev, man. Wasn't that Madhavinda Puri? Didn't our line start with Madhavinda Puri? Was he an ecstatic? See, this is a court of law. This is Prabhupada's books. They're the law books for the next 10,000 years. What is it? A bunch of words to you people out there in ISKCON and everywhere else? Bunch of words. Oh, yeah, Prabhupada's a law books. Oh, you Rhythmics are law books, you say, Prabhupada? Well, okay, this is the law books here. Madhavinda Puri was an ecstatic devotee. Our line started with him, and it finishes with him, first and last, man. Only ecstatic devotees are ahead of the line. They're in the head of the line. You want to get into the head of the line, you go through that devotee. Otherwise, you're not in line yet. Then that's why all these lines, they become speculative. They start teaching something else other than love of Krishna is the head of the line, like Madhavinda Puri, right? How can you say our line, it starts with Madhavinda Puri, oh, and it ends with a devotee that was not ecstatic like Madhavinda Puri? What kind of bullshit is that, man? A current goes through an electric line, right? A current. What is that current in the real line coming from Lord Chaitanya's line from Madhavinda Puri all the way through the line? Well, that's that ecstatic love that you see here and don't see anywhere else. That same current is here. It is so real that people can't believe it. No, we don't see it in our gurus. No, they don't have it. They're teaching all something else. Well, you go after that something else, and we'll stay with the real current, man. See, our current is becoming steady here. See, steady flow of Lord Chaitanya's grace place. See, what? You don't want to wake up? You don't want ecstatic worship? That's the treasure, man. See, that's the treasure, Tom. Is to get your trend. You just stick it out, take as much. You know. Sometimes you got to put on the brakes a little bit, but don't leave. Put on the brakes a little bit and come back into the fire until it's all burnt, see, and dissolved, and then that pure love for the Lord awakens. See, and then you get pure realization. That's the shelter. See. So you just got to burn the covering. See that, otherwise you stay in the sahaja level. See, sahaja levels, you think you got the same. Like Karuna thought, well, I also got bhakti, same bhakti and everything. Yeah, I know Krishna and everything. And his activities and his energy was not showing that. See, when you have the deep love of God, your energy reflects that. See, your potency, your activities, your understanding, your realization. See, you can't cheat Krishna and Krishna's deep devotees. Okay? You can cheat neophytes, and that's what they do, you know. Oh yeah, I'm Guru Dev, but I don't have any ecstatic devotion. Too bad for you. You believe my bullshit, and you put me as your authority. Oh yeah, that's just like like Trudeau and saying, well, he's just thinking the same thing. Oh, you believe my bullshit? Yeah, you took the shot. I told you to take the shot. Otherwise, and you believe my bullshit. You deserve to die. That's what he's thinking. These gurus are thinking, well, we're not really qualified, but, but you believe that we are, and you deserve to be like us, no love of Krishna. But we're the one, see, it's always material motivation. It's just like I sent that thing in there with that George Carlin guy. That's exactly the way it is. These religious leaders are thinking the same thing, man. Yeah, they're in the club and you ain't in it. Okay? Here, at least, we got a club. You could be in it, but you got to go through the purification, right? You want to be in ecstatic, you got to go through what Govinda did, and Lalita's going through, and Freddie, and anybody else wanting to get into the club. See, but we open it. We're not like these elites. You don't get in the club. Unless you got their poison blood. Poison blood. When saying having trouble with too much money, treasure, we attract a current of problems. Yeah. The tree of transcendental love for Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't come to the tree, you don't get this transcendental love of Krishna. Pretty simple, isn't it? What do you want out of Krishna consciousness? I want something else other than Krishna, love of Krishna. That's what you should be wanting. Without love for Krishna, you can't know Krishna. You cannot attract Krishna. He's not attracted to just rule following. He even says that, I have so many people following me with the rules and the regulations and the awe and reverence, but that doesn't attract me. Yeah. You got to go. You want that love of Krishna? Does no good to go people who don't have it. Doesn't do any good to go to Rhythmics who don't have it. It doesn't do any good to go to dead gurus who don't have love of Krishna and can prove it. Okay? But it does transcendental good to go to the tree of Krishna, like the verse says. Doesn't it say? Why wouldn't you go to where the living fruit is of love of Krishna? What, we don't prove that love of Krishna is in our Sangha? We don't show it every day? You got to be, that's why you give me 30, 60 days and we'll get some good sense kicking off in your brain. We'll get you to start critically thinking about the truth and what is the truth. After a while, I think, wow, why did I believe all that bullshit? Well, that's what Maya does. She bullshits you all the time and she programs you with bullshit, not the truth. You come here, we'll program you with the truth and you'll be happy about it. You'll own everything and be happy. You'll own everything as Krishna, man. You'll be his owner. He'll be your owner and you'll love the relationship. You will be his other half and he's your other half. That's marriage, man. That's the kind of marriage going on here. Are you ready for that? You ready for that kind of marriage, Freddie?
Finally, a marriage for Freddie.
You're tired of those other marriages, man? They're always motivated. The women and the men, they're both materially motivated because they want each other, That's the thing. They're all trying to benefit.
Luckily, I was never married.
By the way, we're not against marriage. You can have, if you're that type, it's great. And especially if you get, it could be like pani and noodles, right? Krishna's your center, Guru and Krishna. Then that's fine. It's beautiful. No problem. Yeah, it's the tree. Oh, somebody else is here. Okay, who is this? Oh, look at this. Wherever Freddie goes, Radhe goes. Wherever Radhe is, Freddie is. She gets courage because Freddie's here. How come you don't get courage from your guru and you get it from Freddie? What, is he your guru or something?
Yeah, Freddie is my guru.
You're supposed to get it from guru. What do you get it from Freddie for?
Because when I ask a question, Freddie always answers. When I ask you a question, you never see me.
I see. So, hey, man, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. He's responding. He's responsive.
Yeah. That's why I love Freddie so much. But I love you too. I love you too.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least I got a place. That's good. Okay, so yeah, what else here? Yeah, okay, it's Gardner. See, okay, so the effective stage. So we're gardening. So first stage is, okay, love of Krishna, maybe it hasn't awakened yet. But you're in the gardening's going on here. You're getting the help of the devotees, the scriptures, and the guru. The gardening's going on. You got to breaking the earth here. You get things. So you're doing service. You're hearing. This is the gardening, part of the gardening process. See, now when love of Krishna awakens, see, now you got Bhakti Lata Beach. See, now you're participating in the gardening too, more like, now you're in the pastimes more. See, you're doing like like Lord Caitanya did. You're getting the ability to do that. Now you can hear, now you see, like you hear and you chant and you feel the effectiveness of it. See, this, just like the advanced devotees, now you're advancing in this stage. Okay? And it just grows. See, White Lotus of good fortune grows more and more. See, now you become the verse too. You become the empowered version. See, you're becoming the tree of love of God. See, the empowered version. See, now you're the gardener because you're gardening, right? Just like the Lord was hearing, chanting, remembering. See, and then the rest of the verse, the last part here. And the bestower of its fruits. See, now you become the bestower of its fruits to your disciples as it matures. See, you shared. You notice that goes on here. People, you come to this. That's why you don't go through this door. You got to go through the door of a mature devotee who is the empowered tree of this bhakti. And the gardener then learn how to do this and get purified. See? Because the bestower of the fruits. Remember, Lord Caitanya says, you have love for me. That means your love is mature. You have love for me. Therefore, I give you my transcendental body. See, they're empowered now to also. It doesn't mean that if the Lord did it, you also have to garden. Hey, man, it's like, okay, you got to continue the process to teach it. You cannot teach this without being in the process, teaching it by example. Yeah, I give my transcendental body to you so you can do what I did and reach maturity, and then the bestower of its fruits. Then you can bestow fruits on your disciples. Isn't that the way it works? Okay? If you haven't found that situation, you haven't found the shelter of Lord Caitanya. That's what you should be hearing from a real guru, is going to tell you these things like this. Otherwise, you don't have the proper conception. They're teaching something else, some checklist baloney. That ain't bringing you to the shelter of Lord Caitanya. See? Because if you have the shelter of Lord Caitanya, you'll go through this process, man. You will become like that guru, and then you will be like that, bestowing the fruits on others because you're like that. The Lord has given himself to you. That's what's happening here. I'm just telling you my understanding, my experience, my realization. And you can check, is Gaur Hari like this? Is he the empowered tree of bhakti? See? Is he gardening? Is he even in my garden? Taking care of a few things. Am I getting the shelter of Lord Caitanya by him drawing or making that picture? See? The picture of the conception, the proper picture. See, what do you think a deity is, man? You think that, oh yeah, you can make a stone deity and say, yeah, that's your Krishna, worship that. How about this picture? How about the conception? This is better. This is more powerful. You can speculate on the deity here, but if you really listen attentively, you're going to get a clear picture of what the deity really is, what the deity really looks like. Not necessarily by seeing the deity in the stone, usually made by some mundane person. You think all the people making deities are transcendentally situated? See, the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. You see, this is this intimacy. You see, the Lord is actually enjoying it. You get to partake of that because now you got the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Isn't that amazing, huh, Lolita? Huh? You can enjoy the fruit. The Lord is enjoying. He's the bestower, and you're the, He's enjoying, and you as a devotee get to enjoy His happiness, the happiness God has. Now that's called surrender, man. The Lord has made it pretty doggone easy. All you do is put your ass in this Sangha here and hold on to your seat. Just hold on to the seat, even though all hell is, the fire is lit under your butt, man, and fire is going on and everything's burning, man. Just hold on to the seat.
The hot seat.
Put your seatbelt on.
Hot seat.
Having big garden is having big problems unless the weeds are pulled out. Well, that's a part of the weed pulling. We're having a weed pulling party. You ever have that? You got to do a gardening and you call all of the neighbors. Okay, we're going to go do some gardening today. We're going to pull out the weeds. Lord Caitanya thought, my name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of Godhead. See, and that's the previous verse is how it's done. See, all glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. See, the real conception, that's how it's done, man. You hear from a real presenter, a real representative of Lord Caitanya, who represents the real conception of the Lord. See, that's how you will be filled. Your world will be filled with love of Godhead. And then you will continue helping to fill others. You got to follow the process. Doesn't the Guru follow this process? Lord Caitanya followed it. Other ecstatic devotees follow it. This is the real disciplic line. Okay? If you don't see a storehouse of love of Godhead, you haven't found the real line. That's why I've for years been preaching, you got to find a line within the line. Not everybody initiated by Prabhupada is in the real line. See? The real line is really just being preached now. That was like breaking the earth and rocks and all that stuff so that the seed of bhakti can be put in to the soil to grow. Otherwise, how can we have anything to sprout? See, this is the beginning of the real line now from Prabhupada. This is the new phase. It's just like the Moses line, all the way to the prophets and everything, to Jesus. It was the beginning of a New Testament, right? New Testament, new understanding, postgraduate work. Otherwise, you're in the old, you're doing the Old Testament learning. Yeah. My name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized until I can fill the whole, if I can fill the whole universe with love of Godhead. See? You know, the government wants to be your maintainer. These gurus want to be, they have a paternal thing, they want to be your maintainer. But what is the Lord saying? For the phase that he wanted, which is now again, which I've been preaching, have you noticed? Is let love of God be the maintainer. Well, yeah, what is it you need to be maintained by the government? The government will let loose because that's the government's thing is for children, for the masses until they learn some lessons. And then religion also is there for the neophytes, for the beginners. And now is the preaching of the time of Lord Caitanya. Now, I have to say the same thing. If we can fill our Sangha with love of Godhead, then real maintenance will be accomplished, because that's the real maintenance that we need, is to be maintained by this love of Krishna. It's my maintenance. I can't live with you think just food. Okay, food is okay. Keep the body going, but I got a spiritual body awakened. That requires a lot of food. Spirit food, you know, chanting and hearing and ecstatic worship. Being around real devotees who have real devotion. See, now you see we're maintained by this. People, they still have faith. You know, this is the thing. The general masses, the masses of Vaishnavas and devotees, and well, not really devotees yet. Real devotee means you've got the shelter of Radha and Krishna, is the love of God, man. That's the shelter. That's what we roll here. If you're not interested in that, you won't come here. You'll go to these other people. Tika, who's speaking about this? Who's showing this example? Who's glorifying this example? Go ahead, Lalita. What?
It's actually the Lord himself who decides who is a real devotee and who's not a real devotee. And he shows it by giving you those symptoms of ecstatic love and by giving you realizations. It's him who says, this is the one I love. This is the one that I have accepted as a devotee. It's Krishna who does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Prabhupada taught that. He said the acharya arises by the will of Krishna. They're self-effulgent. See, not by the false ego effulgent, self, by self-effulgent. They're effulgent because of their intimate, ecstatic worship of Krishna. Their loving, ecstatic worship of Krishna gives an effulgence, but most people can't see that. They see mundane effulgence. They see the effulgence, like Daksha. He had an effulgence. People, the people on the Brahmin level, you know, the mode of goodness, they thought, "Oh, Daksha, he's so." See, they see their own level. They couldn't see the effulgence of Lord Shiva that he had from chanting in ecstasy. They thought Daksha thought that was crazy. Oh, look at he laughs and cries like a madman. He couldn't see the effulgence that comes from that. That's what we glorify here. That's the real path. That was Lord Caitanya. That was the shelter he gave. That's what I'm here to preach to my dying breath, which will never die, actually. Well, the breath may go out because of the body, but this is the right understanding. See? So our life is already, my life is already successful because some people already have love of Krishna here. So it just gets more and more successful. See, forever. Yeah. You find the truth, you share the truth. People find the truth, they share the truth. After a while, the whole universe is delivered. See, what was a secret becomes known. Isn't that what we're engaged in? We're giving out these secrets, filling the world with love of Krishna. What else is there to do? Okay, these people, the government and the ISKCONs, and they're serving on their level. But ultimately, it's if you got sufficient food, brain stuff, the Krishna gives you real intelligence. You'll come here now and finish it. See? You'll get the love of Krishna. See, now you've got real maintenance. You've been really awakened, and then you'll teach this maintenance to others by your example. Yeah. So why don't we, I think that's enough for now. It's so hard to stop, but I got to. Give us a closing word there, Radhe.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
I know.
I was waiting for that. I am texting to Freddy. Yes, I told Freddy, when will he ask this question to me? Give us a word, brother. You know, I'm listening every day to your classes. I'm listening every day in replay. That's my job. I listen in replay to Lalita, and then I skip her chanting because I cannot handle that. You know, I skip chanting, I skip her singing, I skip everything until I think you all become calm, and then I can listen to you. Yeah, I love listening to your classes, but then afterwards, my husband asks, what was the class about? And then I say, I don't know, but I listened to the class. I don't know what it was about, but I listened, you know. But it gives me a warm feeling, you know. When I come home from work, the first thing I do is listen to your replay, listen to Lalita's replay, and sometimes, but not always, listen to Govinda's replay, but it's more difficult. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. But next week, I don't have to work, so I can listen in real time to you all.
All right. Good.
Yeah, right. Right. But sometimes for me, it's sometimes it's difficult because you are all so spontaneous and you're all chanting and I love Krishna, but I do not read and I chant on my tour and I thank Krishna every day, but I'm not like reading and like you all do. You know, I'm not in ecstasy like Lalita and like Govinda and like Salary Freddy. but you all encourage me. And
Yes.
maybe I'm not a fanny, you know. I don't write much, and if I write it, you cannot see it.
You use the wrong account, you know that, Radhe.
Yeah, I know. I have to go to my other account. Then Gora Hari can see me, and then if you see me, I'm so happy. You know, it means the world to me. You know, a few weeks ago, I sent a message to my former guru. I said, you do not care, and he gave me an answer. I will send it to you, and I thought, yeah, fuck you. No, I'm not interested in anymore. But now I have you as my guru. Ale, I hope so.
Yeah, just come here regularly. That's the main thing. Yeah.
I come every day. Every day
Yeah.
I come.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I'm waiting for my husband. He went to Brussels to pick up Johan from the train station.
Oh.
Yeah, and I made a special salad for Johan.
Oh, great.
So
Awesome.
he can eat when he's coming back.
Yeah. Are you going to visit them tomorrow there, Lalita?
No,
No.
not tomorrow.
No, God, it's
No,
not
no.
every Sunday, or you know.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow Johan has to take some rest, and maybe next Sunday, we will hear from Johan, and then I only go to Johan when Freddy goes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I gotta take a nap. I'm tired. Okay, we'll see you guys a little bit later, huh? Hare Krishna. Thank you for
Hare
coming,
Krishna.
everybody.
Thank you for talking to me.
Yes.